One of the greatest gifts I was given as a child and adult was to be exposed to people who either came from old money or lived their lives as if they came from old money. Yes, many were new money, but acted and lived like they were old money. These were some relatives, neighbors, friends, and clients. This old money approach is focused on having current wealth that can weather the economic storms and attempt to have this wealth go from generation to generation. Those who have this old money approach sometimes laugh at the showy wealth and obnoxious entitled behavior of such new money people. I knew a woman who was an heir to one of the most famous industrialists in the country, but only a few of us knew this. This old money view of hiding this information is because there is often jealousy, requests that come from people knowing once they know the extent of the wealth. I had a client who was old money, and her attorney told me her husband was never to know how much she was worth or the terms of her family trust. I had to remind that lawyer that since the account only was in her name, I legally was bound to keep all that confidential anyway. I had the same situation with very wealthy clients and their children. A family with an old money approach could be worth hundreds of millions of dollars, but they live in a $700,000 house, buy non-showy used cars, or have a inexpensive used boat, and they fly coach and stay at Marriott level hotels. No, Marriott isn't paying me for product placement. These old money living people aren't insecure like the people who make, say, $1 million a year and are in debt because they need to show off their wealth. Many of these new money people were incorrectly told by their bosses and social media influencers that one needs to look wealthy to become wealthy. I had some great aunts who lived the old money way. My father learned from such old money people and helped us kids understand the advantages of it. We all knew that when our great aunts passed, their wealth would go to different charities because they had no children. We got nothing, and we were perfectly fine with that. Old money people look at their wealth as a responsibility, not revenge on those who didn't believe in them. They feel they are responsible for helping others less fortunate than them, and they are responsible for seeing to it that their wealth goes from generation to generation. And each generation needs to know their responsibilities. When I helped ultra wealthy families who had an old money approach, every one of them made sure that their children were raised to be good citizens and stewards of the family wealth. Most had trusts set up to protect the family wealth in case there was a family member who wasn't a good citizen or keeper of the family wealth. I was on the board and treasurer of a school for children with a physical disability. Of course, no pay for my work. A good friend of mine is on the board of an institution that helps underprivileged people in Philadelphia. A boss of mine was chairman of the board of trustees of an Ivy League university. And there are many, many others in my life who have helped their communities and helped me have a more positive view on how I should live my life. More on how you can give back the old money way in another video. Just think about how this old money approach would reduce your stress levels and make your life more fulfilling. Inflation hits, no impact on your lifestyle. Loss of a job, you have plenty of time to get another one. And you have the fulfilling and wonderful joy of knowing that you left the world a better place.